What if our world transformed into a dystopia overnight? No warning, no buildup, just one day. You wake up and everything you knew about society is gone. The rules are rewritten, the streets are filled with fear, and survival becomes a daily battle. Could humanity adapt, or would we crumble under the pressure? Let's dive into this chilling scenario and find out what it might mean for us all. In a dystopian world, the comforts we take for granted would vanish in an instant. Forget about your morning coffee runs or scrolling endlessly on social media. Electricity? Gone. Food supplies? Restricted. Freedom? Highly questionable. The government, or what's left of it, might not be the savior we hope for. It could be the very reason the world spiraled out of control. Take a second to think about water. Most of us turn on a faucet without a second thought. But in this dystopia, clean water might be rarer than gold. Communities could crumble as people fight over access to what used to be so abundant. And food? Well, unless you've got a backyard garden or a knack for foraging, good luck finding anything remotely fresh. Supermarkets would be raided within hours, leaving shelves bare and stomachs growling. Now, here's the kicker. What happens to society when survival instincts kick in? Do we unite and help each other, or does it turn into every person for themselves? History suggests it could go either way. Think about how people react to disasters today. In some cases, communities come together. In others, chaos breaks loose. Multiply that chaos by 1,000, and you've got the perfect recipe for a dystopian nightmare. But let's not just focus on the doom and gloom. Humans are remarkably adaptable creatures. Look at all the times we've faced adversity in the past. We've overcome plagues, wars, and natural disasters. So in this dystopia, maybe some of us would form tight-knit groups to survive. Think barter systems, community farming, or even underground shelters. These would be lifelines in a world that's suddenly gone cold and unforgiving. Here's a thought to keep you awake at night. What if technology played a role in this dystopian transformation? We're so dependent on it that if it were weaponized against us, we'd be in serious trouble. AI systems could control resources, prioritize certain groups over others, or worse, decide who gets to live and who doesn't. It sounds like science fiction, but let's be honest, we're already seeing glimpses of this today. But dystopias aren't just about scarcity, they're about control. Whether it's a totalitarian regime or a corporation with unchecked power, someone or something would step in to fill the void left by society's collapse. Maybe it's a figurehead who promises order in exchange for absolute loyalty. Or perhaps it's a faceless system that monitors every move, every word, every thought. Either way, freedom as we know it would be a thing of the past. What would happen to relationships? Would family ties strengthen under pressure, or would desperation tear them apart? In extreme conditions, trust becomes a currency, and betrayal is often the cost of survival. Friends could turn on each other. Neighbors might become enemies. The line between right and wrong blurs when survival is on the line. But even in the darkest scenarios, there's always hope. Humans are nothing if not resilient. Maybe dystopia would force us to rethink our priorities. Strip away the superficial and focus on what truly matters. Collaboration, ingenuity, and determination could become the tools that rebuild society from the ashes. We might rediscover skills we'd forgotten, like growing food, crafting tools, or creating shelters. Still, the big question remains. Could humanity ever return to the way things were? Or would the dystopia leave a permanent scar, reshaping the way we live forever? The truth is, it depends on us. How we respond to challenges, how we treat each other in times of crisis, and how we hold on to the values that define our humanity. So, what do you think? Could we survive? Or would a dystopia be the end of us all? One thing's for sure, it's a scenario that should make us appreciate the world we live in now, flaws and all. If you're as curious as I am about the possibilities of the future, hit that subscribe button. Let's explore more what-if scenarios together. You don't want to miss what's coming next.